Sweet. Welcome everyone to the Package Group weekly retrospective for August the 19th, 2021. Today, starting off with what went not so well is Ugo. Go ahead, Ugo.
Hey, good morning. Yeah, what went not so well for me, this last week I did not make much progress coding-wise with my first package MR, but that's because I have gone back to focusing more on process practices and reading this week as part of the onboarding, and I keep underestimating how much information is out there in the GitLab docs, and how much I still have to learn. Yeah, so most of my activities last week have been focused on that and on learning what identifying some things I can apply in my first MR from what I'm learning. On to David.
Thanks. So this week I found time to test the Debian package registry, and this one is by far the most complex one we have. And sadly, it's not working with object storage, which is what we use on staging and production. Crying. On to Steve.
This week, I've been having trouble getting access to a group to test the SSO SAML updates for the dependency proxy, and it's just taking longer than expected. Over to Dan.
Thanks, Steve. Yeah, this week, not much bad. I'm feeling pretty good this week. I'm feeling productive. I have a lot going on, so just more prioritization exercises. So that's sort of business as usual, I expect. Over to you, Michelle.
Yeah, for me, not going so well. Similar to Ugo, I think I'm underestimating the amount of information on our onboarding. And I'm getting into a rabbit hole, clicking all the things, trying to learn everything. And not used to a fully remote and async, not seeing faces for the team. It's something that I have to get used to. And going to Haley.
Testing the container registry on Pre has been super tedious. On the Java.
So the fixing, releasing, review, deployment, all that cycle has been a bit taxing this week, and doing that across registry and Rails code bases at the same time, and try to conciliate both has slowed us down a bit with testing on Pre. And my browser just closed, so I can see who is the next one. Please, Dan.
It's Ugo with what went well. Thanks, Joel.
Thank you. It's me. So yeah, so it's kind of the same thing that I keep learning, and I have found a few things that I'm applying in my first package MR. So that's kind of the bright side of that. And coding wise, like the MR fixes what needs to be fixed in that MR like since last week, but I'm focusing on improving code quality and learning more about the MR workflow part. And I just submitted a commit that I think if everything goes well, will be the last one before I can mark that as ready for review. And on to Steve.
I learned some good new strategies while shadowing an interview. And we've had a few new community contributions for various issues recently, including cleaning up some stale code and adding deploy token support for Composer. Over to David.
While working on a NPM performance fix, it was simply removing a n+1 situation. I noticed other several small improvements and directly implemented them. Can't wait to see the results of that in production. On to Dan.
Nice, thanks, David. Very excited that Michelle has joined our team first week. As Michelle's been onboarding, can be a lot of time reading and all that sort of stuff, but I'm very excited. So yay, welcome. And then feeling pretty productive this week. And also, as an example, one of the things I'm working on, I'm very excited to be working on removing specific year-based experience requirements from our job roles. I've linked to the issue in the agenda, but the concept is having specific year requirements sort of leads to people not applying to a role. And that's been shown in lots of different studies and feedback groups. So I'm pretty happy about that excitement. Anyway, over to you, Michelle.
My onboarding has been really interesting, and Dan is being close to me all the time, trying to help me whenever it's necessary, which is really nice. And to be super honest, I'm getting more and more and more in love with GitLab as soon as I'm reading more things and how we work and all the values and stuff. It's like, okay, yes, I'm super happy being here. And next to Haley.
So we're now blocking non-build X cache manifest list blob references on production now. That's good. On to Zhao.
So although I don't like to find bugs, it felt good resurrecting my Ruby skills with a couple of Rails changes this week, except the parts that I had to fight with JDK upgrade once again. That's it.
Nice. Thank you very much. And that's all we have for our agenda today, everyone. Thanks, everyone, for following along at home. I hope everyone has a lovely rest of their day, and we'll